Hey guys, it's Megan from Grim Planner, and I am here today with you guys with a new plan with me. If you recall, if you follow me on Instagram, you know I did not post one last week because I didn't realize that my phone was not actually recording. And I have it up on like a reflector, but I just didn't notice that there was no like time bar thing counting up. And it wasn't until like halfway through my plan like that I finally noticed that it wasn't working properly. And I don't know why I've got this set up now, but it's so glitchy. Like it just seems to be moving so much slower than normal. If anybody has, I use Reflector 3. If somebody has any kind of recommendations on a different one, please let me know. I paid, I think it was like 15 bucks for this, but I'm not loving it. I used to like it a lot more, but I'm not crazy about it now. Anyway, as I said, I'm planning for this week, the week of Christmas. This is the last week in this planner. As you can see though, I've got over here all these other tabs. I did buy like a July to June planner, and I decided I like my planners to fall during the actual calendar year. So I did pick up a new one that I'm going to be breaking into next week, and I'm so excited. I've spent most of the month of December getting that planner ready and set up, so I'm really excited to finally like dive into it. I am very excited about 2020. I've just got a lot of big plans for myself, so I'm ready to get there. And that will start with my base pretty much tomorrow. It is Sunday the 29th right now. And yeah, I just noticed that these are wrong. I have Monday, Wednesday, and Tuesday, so I'm gonna fix that. I just saw, how did I even do that? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Weird. Okay, I'm gonna fix that. This is the kit Jolly. Yep, Jolly. It says Holly on one of these, but this is the kit Jolly from Saucy Sticker Co. So I've got just the extra bits here. And I loved this. I was actually planning on using a Nicole Alexia design kit originally, but I used that on last week's, which I can kind of show you real quick. This is what last week's had turned out like that I had been planning. So this was kind of my big Christmas, like last weekend was my big Christmas weekend. We did Christmas with my dad's side of the family on Saturday, and we did Christmas with my immediate family on Sunday, which was nice to have that kind of done and out of the way. And I know that sounds weird to be like, to have it just done and out of the way. This time of year is exhausting to me. I'm not crazy about the holidays, so I am just like, let's get it over and done with already. Let's get into the new year. I can imagine there could be a lot of people that feel that way. It's just, you're so close. You're so close to the new year, and you've got such big plans, but you have to kind of slog through the holidays. And I know that, again, that sounds terrible, but that's just me. I'm not a Christmas crazy person. So I wasn't even going to do Christmas kits, but I did. Like, this is a Christmas kit. And this was like Gold Christmas from Nicole Alexia Design. I do have pictures of it up close on my Instagram. And then I saw this Jolly kit from Saucy Stickers Co, and I knew I had to have it. So let's go ahead and jump in. Oh, I'll quickly just run you through what else I've got to add in. I've got a couple of these like flags and hexagons to use. The hexagons are from Saucy Sticker. These flags are from Clever Gal Crafts. There is red and green in this, but there's also like this kind of blue, although it looks more teal, but that one might fit. Some of these flags might fit in there. I've got some scripts that I've got, just a bunch of different ones from some different shops. And then, of course, I'm trying to pick them up, a slew of characters and icons. I'm going to try my damnedest to make this as organized as possible. So we will see how that goes. All right, let's go ahead and get right into it. So I really set myself up this week with a bunch of appointments. Okay, I say a bunch. I had two. Um, I had a dentist appointment on Monday and a doctor's appointment on Tuesday. So I was like, when I was in my doctor, she's like, it's a good time to come in. It's the end of the year. Everybody's trying to get in. I was like, yeah, it's like my Christmas present to myself apparently is to come in and get my yearly checkup. So on Monday, though, I did go to the dentist. I am obsessive about my teeth. It's, I just have like genetically bad teeth, I guess you could say. Like, I'm just prone to cavities and shit. So I'm always like, what can I do? And they're like, sometimes there's nothing you can do. That's just the way it is. But I'm like I said, obsessive about my teeth. So I go twice a year and I get my teeth cleaned. And for somebody who's so obsessive, I don't floss as much as I should, but I've gotten a lot better at it. And then I went and got some coffee. I was running errands this day, and it was like, as I was down there and I was on like the super busy side of town, I was just like, of all the days, Megan, of all the days you could decide to come out to this side of town and be like, oh, well, I need to do this, that, and the other thing, you did 2 days before Christmas. I don't know what I was thinking. I honestly don't. I've got these stickers here. That little coffee mug that I'm now moving endlessly is from Paper Blush Bar. And then this shit to do little checklist that is from Saucy Stickers Co. I love it. I used it for 2 days because it just was a busy couple of days. To me, it already felt like Christmas had more or less already happened, and we were past that because I had my big family Christmas over the weekend. And so I was like, I've just got to get down to stuff. I've just got stuff that needs to get done. Um, I am now out of the shot. I said this in my intro opening part of this, that I need something better to mirror my phone. And that's why, like, here right now, I was playing with the Zoom, but it was so laggy that I didn't realize where it was. And so it was annoying the shit out of me. I forgot that was in there, else I would have cut it out. And I don't feel like going back and doing it now. So I ran to T-Mobile and then to ship back our phones because T-Mobile's site sucks. We upgrade our phones every year. We trade them in. And so we need to get other ones sent so that we didn't get charged for them. And usually I thought they sent your return label, but they didn't. And then we couldn't access them on the website. Like, I tried forever, called them, they couldn't help me. Like, they did. They're like, oh yeah, we're going to send you this. And I'm like, okay, but this just has my name and everything's under my husband's name. Will this work? Yep. Are you sure? Yeah. For both phones? Yep. That didn't make any sense. And my husband's like, I don't want to take the risk. Please just go down to the store and have them do it. Which, it's nice. Like, we still have a few around, and I feel like a lot of T-Mobiles have closed like their normal, like their own brick and mortar, and they just have like authorized retailers. And I don't know that the authorized retailers can help any. So thankfully we still have a couple around. When we lived in Wisconsin, I don't think there was any around us in Madison from what I remember. So I went in there to drop those off. I played around with the iPhone 11 Pro. I wish I'd gotten that one. It's such a good zoom, and my husband's so sick of me talking about it, but it's so nice. And then I went and returned some stuff to Torrid because I was down there, and so it's like, yes, by all means, let's go to the mall. Again, 2 days before Christmas. I don't know what I was thinking. I clearly wasn't. And I was like, I should have made my husband come down here because if I have to be angry, he gets to be angry with me. Because, like, people were just like, when I was in line at the coffee place, they weren't talking to me. Like, and like, I went through the drive-thru and nobody greeted me or anything. And so I'm sitting and then I'm like, okay, maybe they're really busy and they'll just greet me in a moment. And I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm still not hearing from anybody. So after a time, I drove forward to the window. And I hear the guy behind me, what the fuck? Why were you sitting there so long? Like, I could hear him yelling out from his car. And I'm like, nobody talked to me. Like, you're not even fully aware of what's going on. So don't be such an asshole 2 days before Christmas. So I went up there and they're like, did you have this? And I'm like, no. I was like, nobody said anything. They're like, oh, sometimes it doesn't work. I'm like, well, can you explain that to the guy behind me? Because he's an ass. And then this woman later, when I was trying to pull out from the T-Mobile, this woman's like honking at me to turn right. And I'm like, I literally can't. There's somebody crossing the road in front of me. If I go, I hit her. Like, people, chill out. Chill the fuck out. I'm not having it. So I was super aggravated, and I was supposed to go grocery shopping. Like, and then after Torrid, I returned some boots. I went to CVS to pick up my meds, and I was supposed to go grocery shopping. I'm like, I'll do it tomorrow. I can't with this anymore. I need to go home. So I went home and I laid down and took my nap. And I've got these new Magic Prints Co. stickers. So I'm pointing at my screen like you can see what I'm pointing at. I have the little sleeping mask, and then I've got a paper blush bar, vacuum for cleaning my living room. I got SPC that day, and I've been watching the Great British Bake Off. That is all on Monday with my Harriet Wright designs. TV, and then my script here for nap time is from Peachy Plans. So then, sorry, I've got a bunch of messages coming in, and you can hear that because I didn't silence anything, and my husband and our friend are chatting in a group chat. So on Tuesday, I went to my doctor appointment. That was like 8:30 in the morning. I hate myself when I make those early appointments. Just for my yearly checkup. I learned a lot. Like, do you know that they're not doing breast exams anymore? Like, unless it's requested. And because they're like, there's too many false positives, so we're not doing anymore. We just, like, suggest everybody knows their own breast better, so you check yours, and then if anything comes up, you let us know. And I'm like, okay. I had to go to UPS and actually ship out those phones, and then I went grocery shopping to get stuff for dinner on Wednesday. I was originally going to make a roast, but I didn't. We just did steaks, and actually my husband came shopping with me because he was off this week from work. I'm going to set these to do not disturb. Son of a bitch, guys. I'm leaving all of this in because it's funny. I don't know how to shut everybody up. Just do not disturb for right now. I'll turn this back on later. Shut up. Okay. Back to this planning. Leaving it all in. Don't feel like editing. We stopped at the ice cream place. They had a gift for us. We had a gift for them, so we went and exchanged that. That's what we did after grocery shopping. And then I spent that evening laying the base for this week and then working on my 2020 setup. I can't wait to film that, guys. I can't wait. And then we did our usual Christmas Eve tradition. We ordered pizza and watched Die Hard. While we were waiting for the pizza, we drove through like this neighborhood that we tend to just drive through. That's close to there, and looked at the lights. And my husband's like, do you want to go look at Christmas lights while we're waiting for the pizza? And I was like, I absolutely want to go judge people in their Christmas lights. We don't put Christmas lights up. And so I like to just go and be judgmental of everybody else. Let's try to catch up. Wednesday was Christmas. So I have this Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animal. I cut it in half so it would fit there. That is from Let's Plan It. And then we opened presents, and I have a little Cora there with presents. And then I made breakfast, and I have this cute little, I have my Monsterz Co. Shitballs. Can't find what I'm looking for. Monsterz Co. Chef, and it had a little chef hat, but I had a cute little sampler from one of my orders, and I can't, it's like oh, here it is. The Gilded Press. So I put the little sand hat on top of him because I thought that was cute. And then, so I made biscuits and gravy. Went straight back to bed after I was done eating. I was so stinking tired. And then for dinner that night, we just did steak and potatoes and cookies. And it was a really chill kind of day. Let's catch up to Thursday. Thursday, I had brunch with some friends, and we went to this new place that had been open for a while, but we hadn't checked it out. And I am on this like unofficial goal thing to find the best French toast in town. I like a good like custardy French toast where it's like eggy on the inside. I love that. Otherwise, it's just dry to me, and I don't appreciate that. This place was okay. It wasn't the best. My friend had a killer eggs Benedict, and so I told my husband, I was like, we're gonna go back and eat there, and I'm gonna like I just could go back forever. The place was super cute. The menu looked amazing, everything else. I just wanted to get the French toast out of the way, and I will go back and I will try just about everything else on that menu. It looked so good. I got my car washed because it's been freaking filthy. I don't even know how my husband managed to dirty it up like that. And of course, I'm out of screen again because of my issues with the mirror reflecting whatever. I stopped at Walgreens, spent way too much money on nail polish and stuff. And then when I got home, I just painted my nails. I was so proud because, like, after a couple days, I'm like, wow, they haven't chipped yet. And it's now Monday, and they're definitely chipped. And it's supposed to be no base coat, no top coat, and maybe I'm just too rough on my nails, but whatever, I don't care. I got some sticker organization going. I have had a bunch of stuff to put away for a while. I've been bit by bit filming my Black Friday haul, so stuff needed to get put away. And then later that evening, my husband and I just sat down to have a meeting for work for the business that we own together. And I'm like, all right, I'm feeling motivated right now to kind of talk about this. Let's discuss what to expect, from me in 2020, what I expect from myself in 2020. I took 2019 off from work. I've still been working just on the side stuff, but I left like my full-time career type job to figure out what I wanted to do with myself. Guess what? It takes more than a year to figure your shit out. It can take more than a year to figure your shit out. Still don't know what I want to do with myself. There are things that I would like to do, but they're not like jobs. Like I would like to be more of an activist in my community and, affecting change and stuff like that. I personally would love to run for city council. I don't know that I'm educated enough to run for city council. Although there are some fools up on that bitch, let me tell you. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. We've got some plans. We'll figure out how it goes. I just need to find the motivation. I just need to motivate myself and be like, yep, we're all in on this. Friday, I got up and I was having coffee and listening to my favorite murder podcast. And then, for the life of me, I didn't write this down. Usually I try to write stuff down every evening when I'm done, like at the end of the night, just to determine what I did that day. Sorry, I'm looking back and I couldn't for the life of me remember what I did on Friday. I knew I went and saw Knives Out. I just couldn't remember what day I'd seen it. Thankfully, I had been messaging Allie from Peachy Plans about it, and so I was like, oh, I talked to her. I can just figure out what day it was that I went and saw it. Like, I couldn't for the life of me remember. This was yesterday, this Sunday night. Couldn't remember for the life of me what I had just done 2 days ago. So I went and saw Knives Out, which was really good. It's similar. I think it's supposed to be like a tribute to the Agatha Christie. It's not an Agatha Christie story, but it's supposed to be similar to the way that she set up her murder mysteries. And so because of that, I can't help but to want to compare it to like Murder on the Orient Express, the newest one, which I loved. And I'm like, it wasn't as good as Murder on the Orient Express, in my opinion, but it was still really good. Like, I really enjoyed it. It was definitely fun. The main character, the nurse, Ana de Armas, she's stunningly beautiful. And I'm like, yep, I could watch this. Like, I could just stare at her. She's gorgeous. And of course, like, Chris, one of the Chris's was in there. I don't remember which one. But it was good. Came home, took a nap because it's just, the weather here has been so shitty that I'm just exhausted all the time because of it. Like, I don't want to do anything. It's so dreary. It's driving my sinuses crazy. Just frickin' make up your mind what the weather wants to do. Classic Michigan. Woke up, cleaned the living room, and then I just binge watched the Great British Bake Off, or Great British Baking Show. I put the O for off, even though it's show now. Saturday was a pretty chill day in terms of not leaving the house. My husband did. He ran out a couple times, but I'm like, I'm not leaving. So I got up and I like kind of got myself put together for the day, so I would feel more motivated to do stuff. I spent a good chunk of the day just binging episodes of Wine and Crime. I listened to one about nuns, and then I think I listened to the Halloween one, and there was something else, I can't remember. And I did that as I was cleaning the kitchen and doing laundry. I took a couple breaks for snacks and lunch, and I was watching Dickinson. I just learned that if you upgraded your phone to a new Apple, like the new iPhone, you get a year free of Apple TV Plus. So I started watching Dickinson, who's one of my favorite writers. So I was like, yep, I'm for it. It's a very modernized, like it's set in the same time period, but it's heavily modernized. Just in the way they talk and interact. So it's like a dark comedy. It's very good. Wiz Khalifa plays Death. I'm here. Let's do this. And then it was take a nap because I'm lazy. And then I did get some work done later that night, just getting calendars and stuff filled out. And then for dinner, my husband made burgers and fries. And so I got to use my new little Monsterz Co burger and fry sticker. I think it's so cute. I think it might be my new favorite burger and fry sticker. It's small, but like you can clearly tell what it is. Because I have one from Papershire that I like. It's just really big. And I don't tend to use very big icons unless I'm really taking up space. Like you can see that movie one for Knives Out. That's from Let's Planet. And that's a like Cora Midi, I think. And that is bigger than I would typically use. But I wanted to fill that space. I didn't do too much on Friday. So, although to be honest, I'm kind of liking using less box stickers and more like other little like deco type like the flags, the hexagons. I just feel that it just feels cleaner. It doesn't feel as like hard to read, I guess. So I am enjoying the aspect a little bit more. I cut my nap time sticker on Saturday so that I put nap and time so it would fit in a smaller section. So yeah, I'm liking this so far. I think I'm going to try to work towards that a bit more in 2020. When I write, again, I've said this before, I'm a memory planner, I'm a journal planner, like, I've never been great at keeping journals, but when you include stickers, it's a whole different story. So I love doing this. But I just don't think I have to write down everything. Like, do I really need to write down that I cleaned the kitchen and did laundry that day? But then what else am I supposed to write down? How do I fill those boxes? So maybe it's just using bigger icons for bigger things. It's Wine and Crime. It's Dickinson. It's nap time. It's burgers and fries. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We will come together and figure this out. On Sunday, this was another day I used some pretty big stuff to fill spaces because it was a pretty chill day. In that we had a Christmas party, but it was with my husband's side of the family, and it was just so much more relaxed. I got up, had to get ready, had to make my dish to pass, still had to stop at the store and get a few other things. Like, I'm like, all I have is this dip, and we need more, but I don't know what everybody's bringing, so I picked up pasta salad and potato salad. And then while I was at the store, I had my husband go get me coffee. And he was like, we have coffee at home. I'm like, who didn't get up early enough to help me get shit done? I had to wrap presents still. My fault, but still. I had to wrap we do an exchange. We did a board game exchange, and we did a game with it. So I had to wrap the gifts that I had bought for it, and I bought Telestrations, the normal one, not After Dark. and I bought Cover Your Assets, which I'd never played. Telestrations is a lot of fun, but I've never played Cover Your Assets. There had been another game that I was looking at, and a lot of people were like, this is like Cover Your Assets, but Cover Your Assets is better, so pick up that one. So I picked up that one. We ended up coming home with something about nightmares. Like, it was like you have to rank nightmares. It might just be called Nightmare. I don't know. And then Dragonwood, which my brother and sister-in-law picked up. And I don't know anything about it, but I was like, it has dragons in it. I'm down. I love dragons. I'll play this. So he's like, let us know how it is. We played there. We did 2 rounds of Telestrations. Somebody had gotten Relative Insanity, so we played a game of Relative Insanity, and then we played like 1 round of that, or 2 rounds of that Nightmare game, or something like that. Nope, just 1 round. It's like first or 13. So we did each have like a little bit of a sampling of the different games. Relative Insanity, if you don't know what it is, it's very similar to, I think, Cards Against Humanity and Apples to Apples, but personally I liked it better. I'm kind of sick to death of Apples to Apples, or of Cards Against Humanity, and so it's not as dirty as Cards Against Humanity, but it's just different, and so I really enjoyed that. And then when I came home, I filmed this plan with me, and then I chatted with my sister on the phone for a bit, and then last night, Let's Planet did her new release video, like she went live on Instagram, so I watched that for a bit. And yeah, that is how that week went. And we are going to switch over now to live. All right, so that is it for the week. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I am so ready for my new planner, the new year, you know, and I'll kind of go in maybe more in depth in my personal life and choices that I've made and whatnot in the new planner. When I kind of start jumping into that one, I'm going to be doing a planner setup and going over just how I've set up those back pages, which I'm super excited to film. I'll probably do that this week. And yeah, hopefully I'll also have for you guys a couple of hauls soon. I've been filming bit by a bit, Black Friday hauls. There's still just a few shops that I'm missing, and then just like December stuff, which starting in 2020, gotta cut back a bit on that spending and whatnot. So we will do that. But yeah, I hope everybody had a wonderful holiday, and I hope you all have a very, very happy new year.